Cyclists battle the heat and face serious climbs in this episode of the Ultra Race Report. Outside of Time Station 2 in Fallon, racers start a 106-mile stage to the town of Austin. Team Chase It On was in the groove as they cruised east on Highway 50. Along this stretch, Danny Bonneville of the Stubborn Bulls was in the zone as he passed other riders.
Amazing, man! Amazing course!
We caught James Ingles, the Belgian draft horse, as he reapplied sunscreen and replenished some calories. After a few moments on the side of the road, the allure of the race grabbed his attention and he was back on the bike. Being the longest segment in the race, there is a bonus aid station set up at the 42-mile mark, next to the old Middlegate station.
So they put a break here for them to check in and have a bag pickup if they need it, so they could get food and water and sit down for a few minutes.
We caught a couple randonneurs, David Neff, the Grasshopper, and Paul Grimm, the Wyly Coyote, who were recharging their supplies and taking a moment off the bikes. As the sun continued to beat down, more racers continued to arrive. The Wyly Coyote looked dressed for battle as he completed his resupply, got on his bike, and hit the road. Once on the bike, he took down a few more calories as he prepared to climb 1,500 feet to Carroll Summit. Halfway up the climb, a couple of crews found a good turnout to wait for their riders.
How's her doing?
Oh, she's doing great. Shina Hogan, you know who she is, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
She's doing fabulous.
At this point, Shina Hogan was moving steady and on track.
I'm right in where I want to be, so that's good.
Approaching the summit, the tandem team of George Vargas and Lori Hoagland, the Huttons Velo, were charging hard through a surreal scene of a recent fire. They had less than a mile to go to the summit as their crew was on task supporting their racers. Before long, they conquered the second hardest climb of this course, Carroll Summit, at 7,214 feet and just 141 miles into the race.
Getting her done.
Towards the front of the race field, 508 official Cindy Steiger was hooking up a couple of randonneurs with some water.
Thank you.
At this point of the race, the randonneurs are at the front of the race field as they approach Time Station 3 in Austin. Currently holding second in that division is David Ferry, the Redneck Falcon, who took it to another level by riding a fixed-gear bike. On a fixie, going downhill can demand 100% focus. Dave Hossey is currently leading the field in the Randonneur division and the first racer through Time Station 3 in Austin. At the hottest part of the day, Dave, the Holstein, was working his way up Austin Summit. The Time Station in Austin is 185 miles into the race. This quiet mining town was becoming alive with activity as randonneurs, solos, and their crews began to arrive. Mick Walsh, the Irish Hare, was taking some time off his bike. But wanting to maintain his position, he was up and on the road in just a few moments. The first sign of teams was the crew of the Shamira Twins. Didier Reiser was anxious to have some time on the bike.
But my teammate has been a long time on the bike. It's my turn now.
By the time Shina Hogan passed, the Time Station was a buzz of activity. With the arrival of the second Shamira twin, Colin Stokes, Didier got his opportunity and was back on the bike and on his way to the turnaround in Eureka. At Time Station 3 in Austin, Dave Hossey is leading the Randonneur division with a time of 10 hours and 34 minutes. The Redneck Falcon, David Ferry, riding a fixie, is close behind at 11 hours and 37 minutes. For the solo males, Rob Morlock, the Muskrat, came in at 9 hours and 53 minutes. With Mick Walsh, the Irish Hare, close on his tail, just a minute behind at 9 hours and 54 minutes. For the female solos, Shina Hogan, Hoppo, is staying strong with 10 hours and 41 minutes, and she is followed by Neride Locke, the Tasmanian Devil, with a time of 12 hours and 13 minutes. Make sure to check out social media. Check out the508.com, where you'll get all the up-to-date time splits and much more. And tune in to ultraracingnetwork.com to get video reports on the ultra racing world. And make sure to like us on the Facebook. Check out the next episode where cyclists race through the night as temperatures drop in the 2015 Silver State 508.